Hi, I'm Olivia. If you want to know how to go about planning your podcast episode and get it done efficiently and have it well organised and thought out, you're at the right place. That is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So stick around to the end. I'm going to give you my template and my 5 steps for doing just that. Welcome to Magnetic Pod. If you are looking to attract your soul clients while doing the work you love, this show is for you. Hi, I'm Olivia D'Souza. I'm a podcast manager and content repurposing specialist. The Magnetic Pod Show is about attracting your soul pod of clients through podcasting. It will also include things that can be applied to other areas of your marketing strategy too. Hit subscribe to join me in calling in the people we are here to help. Let's make a massive impact.
I am here and I'm ready to be brave. Cannot miss me, I'll stand on every stage. I'm available for my destiny to reach my people.
Okay, so before we dive in, remember to hit the subscribe button so that you can see more episodes and get all the tips and tricks you need to get more leads and more money into your business. So 5 steps. Number 1 is to identify what the outcome is that you want for the listener. So are you solving a problem? Are you helping them fulfill a desire? Think about the outcome that you want for them. So I'm just going to use a hypothetical example. Just say, for example, you want to help people to have a healthier lifestyle, say. So I always start with this at the beginning of the episode. I will state what the episode is about. Before the music, before the intro, before anything else, my intro is actually saying what the particular episode is about so that people straight away know if it's for them. So state what it is, what problem you're solving. Do you want to know how to have a healthier lifestyle and you haven't been able to do it till now? Stick around. This is for you. I'm going to go through my tips for doing just that. Something like that. And then number 2, you might want to go through the current problems or blocks that they might be facing. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't talk about problems. I go straight to the solution. But so number 2 is optional, but you can talk about the problems. You might mention that they feel a lack of motivation, that maybe there's psychological factors and that they don't have the skills or not to know how to eat better and how to change their diet and cooking habits. You might list a few things, for example. Like I said, I'm not a health coach. Don't take my advice on health. This is a hypothetical example. So from there, you just jot down, say, 3 to 5, depending on how long you want your podcast episode to be, but just 3 steps, say, for solutions that you recommend. You might say, for example, motivation comes at the other side of the workout. So I urge you to start, even if it's just for 5 to 10 minutes, to start doing something, because at the other end of the workout is when the endorphins kick in and when you will feel the motivation because you will feel happier. It is so good for your mental well-being and that will be motivation to keep going and to do it again, for example. You might say something about mindset. Find a friend to do it with, reach out to a professional, someone who will listen to you and not judge you, and that you can be honest about how you feel about where you're at, for example. And in terms of feeling overwhelmed and diet, you might recommend to just start small and make small changes. Change from white bread to wholemeal bread. Change your milk from full cream to skim milk. Make small manageable changes instead of trying to do something totally different in one overnight. So you might mention, say, 3 steps. You might break them down into sub-steps, but that's the structure. And then after that, I would recap, basically summarise. For example, for this episode, I'm going to recap and say, start with the topic or the outcome that you want for the person. You could possibly mention a few blocks that are stopping them at the moment, say up to 3 blocks or problems that are stopping them from getting that outcome. Then you mention the 3 solutions, and then you do the recap that I just did. What I would also say is that you can sprinkle through that calls to action to let them know if you've got anything that will help. For example, now I'm going to let you know that I have a template and it's in the show notes. You can download my template for how to plan an episode in the show notes. So you could do something like that too. And at the end, number 5 is call to action, which I have just done then. So I'd love you to try that out. Let me know how you go. check out in the show notes, I have an Ask Me Anything there form. So you can go there and ask me anything and I will do a future episode on it. You can also let me know how you went. You can join my Facebook group so we can stay in touch and communicate. In Facebook, you see this sort of content out earlier because the podcast is out weekly, but on the Facebook group, I might decide to share something that I've just made a resource for and I do it earlier there, so you can get in touch with me there. But at the end, remember to do a call to action. You can do anything, you can make it anything you like, just pick something and go for it. So it can be some sort of downloadable resource so that you can get their email address and phone number if you want that, and name, and so that you can start to build a relationship and let them know what you do and how you can help them. That's all from me today. See you in the next episode. Bye.
I am here and I'm ready to be brave. Cannot miss me, I'll stand on every stage. I'm available for my destiny to reach my people. Gonna be a star, so if you pass on me, that's a shame for you, but I'm fine.
Hello, it's Livy here. Have you ever wondered about what the key elements are that make a podcast truly stand out? Or maybe you're thinking about starting your own special podcast and feel a bit overwhelmed and don't know where to start. Well, I have something for you. Introducing the Ultimate Podcast Checklist. Da, 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 da. It's a step-by-step guide that covers everything from the initial brainstorming to advanced growth strategies. It's the perfect companion for both new and seasoned podcasters. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Da, 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 da. To grab your copy, simply head to the show notes of this episode and you will find a direct link there, and then away you go. Remember, every podcast started with that initial spark and the right resource, so let the ultimate podcasting checklist be yours.